Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to League Racing TV here for round number 10. It is the end of the season here in season 6 of TTML, and we are here with the guys of Formula 3 for the final round at the Marina Bay Street Circuit here for the Singapore Grand Prix. I am Ivor Bryn Mike, going to be taking you through the action, and joined alongside me, as always, is Mr. Storm Kings. How are you doing, Storm?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it together. But yeah, no, yeah, Singapore, fantastic circuit under the lights, and what a way to end the what has been a fantastic season. It may have been dominated by Carlsbury early on, but he's not here tonight, and neither is his teammate One Rojo. So the constructors' titles are up for grabs as both Williams are here, but yeah, this track is also been renewed on the F1 calendar until I believe 2028 as well.
And that is great to see. I do love a bit of Singapore, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, as you were mentioning with the Constructors' Championship, it would have been more exciting if we had the Alfa Romeos here, but neither of them have turned up tonight. We were going in tonight with 7 points separating Williams and Alfa Romeo, which obviously, with no Alfa Romeos here, the ball's in Williams' court. They have let's have a look. They have a 22-point lead to the Haas, who are the next nearest rivals. So it is Williams on 258, Alfa Romeo on 251, and then Haas on 235. So they were the three constructors coming into this constructors battle. One of them not here tonight, but hopefully we can get given a show. I mean, 11 cars, obviously, it's going to be difficult if both Williams make it to the finish to stop them winning the constructors, and that's the issue tonight. You know, the low attendance here for the final round has kind of ruined the constructors battle, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and I think if we well, he's going to have a new nickname in a minute. If we get Mr. Poleman Sway on pole with this type of track, I think unless it's in the pit stops, I think it'd be very hard to get past someone like Sway because of the style of track it is, unless Sway makes some form of mistake, as Johan is going to start his lap, and he is going to be the first driver.
Yep, as he opens DRS down in towards turn 1, braking again over the curb through turns 2 and into 3, looking for a good exit as he goes through the kink of turn 4. Now into the right hander of turn 5. Important to get this corner right to set you up for the DRS straight and the run down towards turn 7. Of course, we got the little kink of turn 6 before that, but braking now into turn 7. Also another corner, very easy to get wrong as we go into turn 8. We've seen some side-by-side action here that hasn't gone particularly well in the past. Hopefully everyone will keep it clean there tonight as we go in through turn 9. Now in towards turn 10, as it used to be called, the Singapore chicane way back when, as we go into the hairpin of turn 13 to open DRS for a third time on this lap, as we run down towards turn number 14 into the final sector. Very tricky sector, a lot of tight corners and very easy opportunities to lose your front wing, but Yaham doing a fantastic job now as he comes underneath the bridge. As someone's phone goes off in the background, which is always great to see. As we go through turns 20, 21, now into the final two corners of 22 and 23. To the line will come Yaham, and it's a 36.9.
Yeah, good lap there on the bank up for Yaham. So with this track, what would you say is the key parts of the track? Because there is a lot of corners in this circuit, and what tyre strategy would you go for?
Well, around here you've always had the option. You can either go soft hards, which I do think is the better strategy. Let's call it if you're qualifying inside the top 10. Of course, you got the medium hards, which can be a good shout also. But two stop is also very good around here, as we've got Jan putting up into second, 3 tenths off Yaham. And yeah, strategies are wide open here at this circuit. So see, it does depend also on the weather conditions. It has been known to rain here in the past, and when it has, rain has thrown up absolute carnage in league racing in general, as Dylan there puts it on pole over, well, nearly half a second clear of Yaham. So fantastic lap from the Alpine.
Yeah, from what I'm reading, we are expecting some rain.
Ooh.
Because, reading the chat, Legend has put rainy night at Singapore. So, I wonder if these are going to be times on the softs, because they know they won't need the softs. Yeah, I've had a few share experiences of wet Singapore, and one race it went well, and the others it hasn't, unfortunately, because it's not Monaco, but it feels like, because it is an enclosed track and the walls are so close, one mistake and you are in the wall.
Yeah, you're not wrong. No margin for error here at Marina Bay. As Yogi, I think he's thinking that Stevie's going for another lap, but Stevie's not, so Yogi continues on. I believe we've had the first round of laps coming through.
Yeah, it's surprising Yogi's gone for the mediums as well. I think if this is going to be a wet race, then surely everyone would want to go for the softs, unless the other situation is it's dry to start with and then there's rain later on in the race. That would spice it up, because if there's a safety car just before the rain, yeah, that could spice it up as well. So there's a lot of different situations that the drivers could be going for the mediums instead of the softs.
Yeah, you're not wrong. There's definitely different scenarios that can occur at Singapore if you want to talk about the weather conditions and what can happen. Obviously, it could go dry to wet, it could go wet to dry, it could just be a complete wet race. It could even go from inters to full wets. And honestly, depending on how bad the rain is, I think is going to be the key thing for these guys. As we got I'm a D on the set of the mediums coming towards the end of sector 1, so I'm going to stick on board with I'm a D 2 seconds, and just quickly going to have a look at the driver standings just to give you guys a rough idea of what has happened this season, and as we go into the final round, what is up for grabs in terms of the position in the championship. So Carlsbury, confirmed champion. He's won it all. He won it, I believe, round 8 at the French Grand Prix, if I'm not mistaken. As he's clear, 220 points. Then we got Sway in second place. He's on 160 points. He's not. I don't think he's actually safe in second place yet. I believe it's still possible for Jean to pivot him to second. As he is on 139 points, so 21 point gap. I believe Jan still has an opportunity to pinch second. Legend in fourth on 103 points. You only 4 drivers to exceed the 100 point margin. Then we got CR7, who we thought was going to be a main championship protagonist this season, but hasn't turned up for the last don't know how many races, and it's taken away a real challenge for Carlsbury in terms of the championship. But he's down in 5th at the moment on 98 points, tied on points with the man, the myth, the legend, Graham, also on 98 points. Then we got I'm a D on 96 points, Powdy on 87 points for Wesker in 9th place, and then we got AJ running at the top 10 on 83 points. Stevie G looking to get into the top 10 tonight on 77 points. A Pewdie Boy on 75. TNR Hubsy, who came in as a reserve. He's not here tonight, but in his performances as a reserve, he's managed to get himself up into 13th on 73 points, so he's shown some great performances as a reserve this season. Yaham in 14th on 67 points, Yoki in 15th on 55, Scuba in 16th on 44, and we got TNR Langfell, who is in the Alpine and here tonight on 37 points. Juan Rojo not here on 31 points and in 18th place alongside Dylan, and Dylan is here, so Dylan can get ahead of Juan Rojo here tonight. They're level on points on 31. And then I Am Sloth in the Ferrari on 21 points, not here tonight. So a lot of drivers not here tonight, and as I just see Yaham going for a spin in Sector 3.
Yeah, and just a little bit more clearer on the weather now. I've managed to speak to one of the drivers. It is going to be a dry start up until near the end, and then the end of it, it is going to rain potentially. So, from experience from rain here, I know it does come down quite heavy, and it's literally, yeah, quite the, well, not thunderstorm, but it feels like it on the track.
Cheers, Ted.
Yeah, I'll get my notebook out for after the race. We'll do Ted's notebook.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
As Dylan in the middle sector, he's marginally up on his first sector time, so this could be an improvement. Also, Sway has got himself onto the front row on a set of those mediums, which is a fantastic job indeed from Sway, as you know, getting on the front row on the mediums. No mean feat around here, as Dylan is a 10th up as he comes into the third sector, and we'll see if he can improve. But a big statement here from Sway tonight.
Yeah, and also Formula 2 is also at Singapore this evening, which is currently live, also on League Racing TV, with our commentator colleagues of TTG James Head and Pepsi Freak. And I am led to believe that they have a full wet race up until the end, and it will be late softs at the end, and there's a massive championship battle there. So you're in for a treat tonight. You've got us on Formula 3, and then you've got Formula 2 as well, with a championship battle in the drivers, and I think it's very close, like 3 or 4 points between. And I know FVR Ference is not there, so it's going to be down to Jonah and Jorg.
Yeah, and obviously Formula 2 been a fantastic season in Formula 2, very tight all the way up until this final round. So if you guys want to tune into a championship battle that is actually going to be a battle with people there, I'd say you know, maybe have a cheeky look at Formula 2, as I believe it'll be James and is it Pariah taking you through the
no,
Pepsi,
Pepsi, I think.
Oh, Pepsi.
Yeah, no, it was Pariah last week because Pepsi couldn't make it, but it is it's actually their last race together, I think, as commentary for this season as well. So I don't know if Pepsi is returning next season or what he's doing.
Yeah, he is. He's returning next season, but believe he won't be returning to Formula 2 next season.
No.
I'm on board with Imadi coming through the final 2 corners, and across the line will come Imadi, and it's a 35.9, puts him up into third, but still behind Sway, who set his lap time on those set of mediums.
Yeah, and I think we may be having Sway set a pole lap at some point with 3 minutes left on the clock. He's gone for the softs now, so it is very imminent that we are going to get a mega lap from Sway. So yeah, it could be another pole for the Williams driver, and it looks like Graham moves up to P6 with a 36.5 on the mediums.
Yep, and I think that's going to be Graham's session over and done with, because he's not going to have time to get back to the pits and get back out to go for another lap. So I think that session over and done with for Graham. Best he can hope for is P6. D is going to be hard pressed. I think he's also going to miss out on getting another lap in, unless he's fueled up for 2 laps. Yogi's retired in the pits. Obviously Stevie, we didn't notice it at the time, but Stevie did crash out on the final corner coming into the pit straight, and it's very easy to do. If you just hit the final curb a little bit wrong, you're going to lose your back end, and that's what happened with Stevie G. So probably going to knock a bit of confidence out of the Ferrari driver, especially in his hunt to gain a few final positions here in the driver standings.
Yeah, and just going back to Mexico as Sway comes out for his final run, the 2 Hasses were in pretty dominant form in the first opening laps, but Williams just grew into that race. They came into their own element, and it just somehow it just flipped, and Sway just managed to pull out a great performance, and so did, I believe, Graham. He got himself up a few positions after the penalty. So yeah, I think it may be another battle between Haas and Williams this evening.
Yes, and obviously the big spanner in the works right now is obviously Dylan in the Alpine and Yaham in the Aston Martin. They're going to be big spanners in the works for the Haas team as they try to mount some challenge towards the constructors as Legend goes up into P6 on the mediums. But from the looks of it, it looks like the Haas duo opting for the soft tyres, and it might not be the best of choices here, as they're not really too much clear of the medium runners.
Yeah, it looks like the softs aren't really the best tyre at the moment. I am still on board with Swayze on his outlap at the moment as the Sector 1 yellow flags, and that must be a glitch, as Legend has retired.
Legend retiring.
Oh, okay. So Sway's coming through Sector 3 at the moment. He's got an Alpine, I believe, in front because his teammate has retired from the session, as Sway is now going to come around the final corners to start his flying lap and the final one for him this session.
Yep, so we'll have, I believe, Jan, who is no longer on a lap. We got Powdy, who is on a lap, who will probably be the first man to cross the line as he's just going through the hairpin right now. Yaham has been showed the checkered flag, so that's his session over and done with. Powdy, no lap on the board yet, and it's the same for Langfeld as well in 10th and 11th place. Got Dylan on a lap as well, as he's coming towards the end of the second sector, ahead of not only Langfeld but also Sway as well. And we'll see who's going to come out on top here, but Powdy's going to be the first man to cross the line. So we're going to go on board with the Aston Martin as he comes through the final 2 corners for the final time this season in qualifying, and jumps up into P8 as Dylan is out of the session also, as I don't know what happened with Dylan. He wasn't that far ahead of Sway and Langfeld. He's already been shown the checkered flag. I think he might have retired or crashed out or something, but we got Langfeld now in the final couple of corners. He has Sway directly in behind, so actually we're going to go on board with Sway, who's 6 tenths up on his middle sector. Sway looking for a big result as he's dived into the pits, as Langfeld, as I believe, has taken off a bit of his front wing, so he will not be improving. Sway opts to stick with that set of mediums, so Sway there going to be starting on the yellow wall tyres in 3rd place behind Jan and Dylan.
Yeah, that could be a very strategic thing from Sway. Does he, or did he mean to start on the mediums, being if there is an early safety car because of this type of track, he would be able to go the distance where, you know, the soft runners would pit, because the tyre life of the softs is going to be not as good as the mediums or the hards. So maybe that's kind of the way Sway wanted it. Do a lap on the soft, see how they feel, but don't set a faster lap than the mediums.
Yeah, I think Sway just had the option open to him, so he just took advantage
Yeah.
and dived into the pits last second. But I'll run you for the order. It is Dylan on pole position with a 35.4, 3 times clear of Jan in second place, who joins him on the front row. Sway, the lead medium runner, in third, with Imadi in fourth, Yaham in fifth, and then we got Legend in sixth, Graham in seventh, Powdy in eighth, ninth is Stevie G, Yogi in 10th, and then we got Langfell rounding out the grid in 11th place, and the only man with free choice of tyre compound. So, obviously we do have a constructors battle here tonight. Obviously there's a bit more going on in...
Oh, I have to interrupt you. The pole set has disconnected from the lobby.
Oh, Dylan has.
Yeah, he's just messaged. Yeah, he's put, I've disconnected. Did I get pole?
Yes, he did get pole.
Yeah. Actually, I believe that's Dylan's first pole position this season. Because every race he's done, I think he's either disconnected or not finished, unfortunately. So, yeah, hopefully he can get back in.
Yeah, we do hope that he can rejoin safely, as obviously if you tuned in last night to the Esports Masters League EML Premier, we had all types of problems with the lobby after people rejoining and leaving the session. But we hope that Dylan can get back in.
Yeah, we didn't have too many in League 2, the one I do in EML. We actually had it was an okay race. I know, obviously, unfortunately, for yourself last night.
Oh no, I was fully expecting. Like, I hate Coda. I was bought in as like a bit of a last minute replacement. I was just happy to have qualified top 10.
Yeah, well, your teammate did quite well, old school. He had some good battles, and yeah. But we are here for Singapore, the final race of the season. 31 laps here of the iconic Singapore Grand Prix, and it's the only track, I think, closest to the F1 timer limit of how long the drivers can race. I think is it 2 hours or is it 2.5? I'm pretty sure it's 2 hours that they can go up to, because I'm trying to remember back to Belgium when it never happened. They kept going on, 4 hours this, 2 hours that. The timer stops or something.
I'm trying to think back to Canada, because Canada 2011, because if any of you remember Canada 2011, I hope you all do remember Canada 2011. It was a fantastic race. We saw Sebastian Vettel lose it on the final lap, allowing Jenson Button to take a monumental victory. And we saw a fantastic battle between Mark Webber and Michael Schumacher for the final spot on the podium, which was very intriguing. But yeah, I mean, I think it's like 2.5 hours, maybe, or 3 hours. Like, I'm not sure.
I know this one goes up close to the race time that F1 drivers can race up to. So, regarding tyres, Langfell obviously being the only one outside the top 10, he's gone for the hard. So, part of that strategy where you said mediums to hards. So, so for the final time this season, the drivers are lining up on the grid. I'll hand you over to Ivor Bryn Mike for the final lights out of TTML Formula 3 this season.
Yep, as we got all the cars lining up on the grid, just letting you know that the maximum points available here tonight for a team is 56 points. The absolute minimum that they can get, obviously, if they both finish, is 19 points. But we wait for those 5 red lights. Lights are out, and we are underway for the final time this season in TTML Formula 3, and it's a good start there from the Haas drivers, as Imadi's Haas sent it down the inside, as Dylan's AI is apparently crashed.
Yeah, it didn't break, it completely went on, and it has ended his night. So yeah, one pole, and I don't know if he was driving the car, but yeah, that's unfortunate. I I think he may have got into the car last minute, and yeah, it's put him in a tricky situation. But yeah, second one, yellow flags.
As we got Gray, Sway and Jan there. I tried to combine their names then. As Yaham there also looking for a bit of an opportunity as Dylan has left the session. He's not going to be happy at all. I think what's happened there, he's rejoined like after the lights have gone out, which is probably the safest way to do it.
Mm.
And obviously because his AI going into turn one is getting spooked and scared by the other cars, like going through it or down the inside and everything. As soon as he's taken control, that AI car has sent him off into absolute Narnia at turn one.
Yeah, it is unfortunate for Dylan. He could have had a great race, I think, because he is good on his tyres, and yeah, he could have got pole. Well, he got poles to say, and I think he could have maybe got himself a podium. But yeah, very unfortunate. As on lap 2, IMD is your race leader with Sway in second, and then Jan in third. So Sway is in a bit of a Haas sandwich at the moment. Hopefully, Graham can get himself up the order and help out his teammate. And quite noticeable, Langfeld has got himself up to P8 after the first 2 laps.
Yep, as Stevie has had a pretty poor start on those soft tyres, but he should be having a little look at Langfeld, but he's not able to get the job done. And that's the issue with this track. You have got very few overtaking opportunities where there isn't a risk of going towards a wall. But I just want to point out, Sway on those mediums has absolutely dropped Jan and the train behind Jan, and Jan is the guy that Sway is battling in terms of the Drivers' Championship. Obviously it's the battle for second in the Drivers' Championship, but it's a battle nonetheless.
Yeah, especially any battle in a championship is worth it, as it would have been nice if CR7 had completed the full season, but unfortunately he hasn't. But yeah, it's also Yaham had a good race last week as well when he did the one stop, I believe, as he is right on the back of Jan. He's going to apply that pressure very soon, as I believe DRS will be enabled, so we could be... Oh, what happened to Legend there? He went a bit with the understeer. Sway sets the fastest lap, and Graham gets himself up.
I'm just having a look a second, see what Legend's like in turn 1 and 2. Doesn't look like he's got wing damage, but he might have just had a big snap in that corner.
Yeah, as he's right back on the tail of Graham. Graham is up into P5 at the moment on the mediums. So both Williams on the mediums and the 2 Hasses on the softs. But it looks like Legend...
Yaham down the inside on Jan. Jan goes completely off track, and they're side by side into turn number 8, and Yaham able to hold it around the outside and keep that position. Legend, as you mentioned, getting past Graham there for P5. Powdy just sitting in behind, as we got a bit of a gap back then towards Langfeld, who has Yogi for company. Stevie has made an early pit stop, obviously maybe for some front wing damage, and look at this gap now between Ahmadi and Sway. It has closed down as Yaham picks up a 3-second time penalty, and that's impressive. I'm not gonna lie, it's very few places where you can pick up the warnings and that, and to get a 3-second time penalty this early on in the race, I mean, fair play, it's impressive.
Yeah, 3 laps in, and he's got the first penalty. I wonder if we'll see any more penalties tonight.
Madi's into the pits, and he's going to duck out of a potential battle where Sway doesn't want to be overtaken by him on track. Obviously it is Haas versus Williams here tonight. The gap in the constructors is 22 points. As long as both drivers make the finish line, they're guaranteed 19 points, so the key is just to not crash out here for both teams, but time will tell.
Yeah, of course, and being this track, especially a high risk of a safety car, could affect, well, anyone's race really. So hopefully I think both Williams and Haas are really not wanting a safety car. I'm surprised that Dylan's car didn't cause a safety car, but I think it was because it was quite off the track, so wasn't really, going to cause an issue. As Jan is now under the 1 second, just by 1/10, but I don't know if he's going to even try. Well, he's not going to attempt an overtake, but if he even wants to close the gap, because he's got Legend right behind him, so no room for error.
Yep, Jan under some massive pressure at the moment from the medium runners in behind. As Graham's doing a good job to try and keep with Legend. Powdy looks like he's just dropping off slightly, but he's just managed to get himself back within that 1 second window as Jan's into the pits off those soft tyres. So qualifying on the softs, it did give him track position, but they are not lasting, and that is going to be a big issue. And you can see the time that Legend's just gained on Yaham already in the first 3 corners, and he's almost already within DRS range.
Yeah, Yaham now the only soft runner left in this race so far, so he's probably going to start feeling the pressure soon, as Legend is under that DRS range of under 1 second. So I expect us an overtake very soon from Legend, and I suspect also Yaham will be making a pit stop within the next 1 or 2 laps.
Yeah, I think it's likely we'll see Yaham maybe duck into the pits at the end of this or the next lap. If anything, just to cover off the 2 Hasses that he was battling with. He doesn't want to get massively undercut by these guys, but Sway at the moment doing absolutely everything he needs to do. He's out there in the race lead. He's got a 5-second gap to the next medium runner on the same strategy as him. It's all cool, calm and collect for the Williams driver.
Yeah, and this actually might help Graham. I know Graham is quite a little bit back behind Legend, but when Yaham does make a pit stop, this will release Legend, as Yaham is now into the pits, as Legend nearly takes the track limits to the next level, as he takes the curb foot completely on that final corner. So that's Yaham in the pits for the medium compound tyre.
Yeah, and I'm on board with Imadi as he comes through the final 2 corners. Imadi going to be well ahead as he sets the fastest lap. Jan, on the other hand, I think has had not a very good couple of laps. He's going to get ahead, but not by as much as actually. It's Yaham going to get ahead. Yaham's just about going to get ahead. So Jan, they're not making the undercut work as well as you would have hoped.
Yeah, not a good lap after his pit stop for Jan, as Jan is now going to have to get past Yaham, and yeah, so that's going to be an interesting one for Jan to try and get done, especially on this type of track, as Jan is still on the back of Yaham, and he will get DRS as well, so hopefully he can get that move done quite quickly, as Pauldy is on the back of Graham, around about 8/10 behind.
Yep. Graham doing a very good job of just keeping that gap on the teetering edge of that 1 second window. As you see, some of the corners, Graham's able to extend it above a second, and then Pauldy able to bring it back within a second on the following corner, which, not gonna lie, is right now the way I'm looking at it is Graham is doing just enough right now to keep Pauldy at bay, and doesn't have DRS down this the main pit straight, but he's used quite a bit of his to make sure he has it down the long straight down towards turn number 7. as MD sets a new fastest lap down there in 7th place. So obviously a lot of clear air, fresh mediums, and just good pace.
Yeah, Graham showing his consistency, especially from him and a few of the other drivers, making that jump up from F4, and it would be nice to see, I believe, Graham and Jan battle it, as we didn't get it last season in that championship finale between Jan and Graham. So yeah, it'd be nice to see them two battle for the final race here this season, as Paudy can't get past Graham, can't even get close to Graham's car. So Graham just doing everything possible, and everything he's doing at the moment is the right situation at the moment.
Yeah, and I just noticed that Yogi is just kind of just latched onto the back of this battle by you, as he is just about within, he was just about within DRS range in going down in towards turn 14. And now he's well and truly in DRS range, and if Bowdy doesn't have a good final sector here, he's going to be more so under pressure from Yogi than looking ahead towards Graham.
Yeah, this battle for that final podium place could be quite a bit of a battle at the moment, as there's 3 drivers up in this battle with Graham, Paudy and Yogi. I don't think Paudy has had a podium this season. I believe Yogi may have had one, and I think Graham may have had one as well.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like just look. It's not difficult.
Storm looking at something? That's a first.
I'm not gonna say a word. But yeah, we got Graham leading Paudy here, and interestingly, Paudy has used pretty much all of his ERS now, so he's not going to be able to rely on that in case he drops out of DRS range once again, and it's going to put him under pressure from Yogi behind, who's on 65% compared to Paudy, who's on just over 10%. He's not got a lot of VRS to work with. Graham has 35%. So as it is right now, Paudy is under some immense pressure here. He needs to stick with Graham. If he doesn't, he's going to drop into the clutches of Yogi, and maybe out of this battle for the podium.
Yeah, it'll be interesting also when these medium runners do pit, because being this type of track, obviously I'm not as knowledgeable on how long these mediums can go for, but I just wonder if they're trying to risk a pit stop because potentially of a safety car, if somebody does have an incident or does have a moment of madness.
Well, I mean, if it's going to rain later, you almost kind of want to stretch these mediums as long as they'll go. Like, I don't know when the rain's going to come.
No.
But obviously, Langfeld has decided to go like straight to the wet conditions. Like, there's no other reason that you'd put on the hards apart from that particular instance. Stevie pitted on the first lap. He is so far behind now, but he's on a set of hards going straight to the rain. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Amadi, Yaham, Jan, think. Oh, Legends out.
And that is a safety car. Now this gets interesting.
Wow. Oh my God, Legends lost it. Legends lost it through the little bridge section down towards the hairpin. Right, well, that changes things in terms of the minimum points a constructor can pick up here tonight. As long as both teams see the checkered flags, they can now pick up 23 points. And Sway's in. And I believe there'll be enough of a gap that Graham can double stack. And he is going to double stack.
This could actually be quite crucial for Williams if they get this double stack right.
Yeah, it'll be fine. They're already switching on to the new tyres for Graham. Minimum being held there, but actually Poldy has managed to jump him. So I think maybe a slight delay in terms of the tyres getting switched over, and that's allowed Poldy to get ahead of Graham here. Sway obviously getting that free pit stop. He's now right behind MD, fresh tyres. He's right behind Langfeld as well. He's going all the way to the rain. And realistically now, there's no need for... I don't think there'll be any need for the Williams drivers, for Pauli, Yogi to make another pit stop until it gets to the ring. Jan also came in for a fresh set, so he's gonna kind of stay on this strategy. Didn't want to get caught out on the older, slower tyres. It's gonna be interesting though.
Yeah, definitely, and this gives Stevie time to catch up, and he's opted for the mediums, so this brings Stevie back right into the mix.
Yep, no worries. As I just looked at the chat, we got Casper Gilling saying, "Thanks for a good season of commentating, lads. Been a pleasure. Sorry for my crash gate."
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to have 1.5 seasons with the Welshman that is Ivor Bryn Mike. So.
Yeah, FIA will be in contact about Crashgate, but me tell you, FIA will be in contact. We ain't having none of this.
Yeah, well, if it's Michael Massey on Dylan, then yeah, it'll be Mikey. No. That's what Dylan will be saying. He'll just replace a few words, I think. So lap 10 of 31, and we are under the safety car. So drivers are going a little bit slower than what we would like to, as we want to be fully racing here, but unfortunately two legends crash on the track. We are under the safety car as the drivers are warming up their tyres, and every driver except from Langfeld is on the medium compound tyre. Yeah,
but crucially the thing to note is Imodi is in second on 6 lap old mediums, so he has the most warm medium tyres. Langfeld on 10 lap old hards. He's been on since the start. His strategy all depended on just not needing to make a pit stop, and unfortunately with that safety car everyone's got a free pit stop and are directly behind him now, so Langfeld's going to find it difficult to keep a hold of this race lead, but he should be okay. Like, he should definitely make it to the ring conditions now. If we do see them, and they should come even earlier now with us being under safety car, so makes the medium choice a lot better.
Yeah, it's just when is that rain going to come, and how far on it is going to come in the race, as it is going to be, I reckon, probably an unexpected part of the race where the rain will come, but as I did speak to Dylan, it is going to be more nearer the end, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's round about lap 20 to maybe 25 it comes. So I don't know if it's going to be light rain, heavy rain.
Well, if it's going to be near the end, it's going to be light rain, as the safety car is going to be in this lap. We're going to wait to see. Got Casper saying, still don't know how my front wheel goes as well. When I only crashed at 75 kilometers, mate, I've crashed at less than 10 and my wheel's been ripped off. Trust me, I feel your pain. It does happen. I think it's more to do with the angle that you hit your car more than anything.
Yeah, as the safety car is in this lap, and we are going to get back under racing here in Singapore. I don't, well, you probably will remember when we went and did the first sprint race of this season in Imola. where the rain was coming down, but it wasn't enough for the drivers to change the tyres, as it looks like Langfell has bolted, and we are going to be back under racing now here on lap number 12, as the drivers are now back under racing.
I mean, you say Langfell bolted, he didn't catch anyone napping at all.
No. Well,
so,
it looks like I'm a D. Yeah.
Yogi and Jan in behind having a battle for 6th place as Yogi is side by side with Yaham as they go through. Oh no, that's Yogi around. You just can't go side by side through there, lads. You just can't. As Langfell and I'm a D side by side. Is that going to open things up for Sway? He's got to be so careful. Look at these two battling in front of him. They're still going wheel to wheel, and Ahmadi's going to get that job done. And here comes Sway now, going to try and follow through as he's pinched almost towards into the wall, and has to back out of that move. But Sway trying to follow Ahmadi through, knowing how important it is to get past Langfell as quickly as possible. As we got Jan and Graham battling out in behind, and Jan gets through, and Yaham follows Jan through as well. And is Yaham going to try and look for a move on the Haas driver?
Oh, Stevie G is out. Stevie G is out in sector 2/3.
Now that's Crashgate.
So 8 remain. Are we racing Monaco or Singapore here?
Well, I mean, it's Singapore without the sun.
Yeah, true. But yeah, that won't cause a safety car. As it looks like Paudy's going to go for Langfell now. Oof, that's a close one. Langfell had to watch where he was going to park the car there, as Paudy was, nearly close to going into the side of him. And look at the train behind Langfell. It's about 4 cars long, as Langfell is using all he's got. He's only got ERS, and it looks like Paudy is going to go for it. He's going to go. Yeah, he's going to make the move.
Oh my God, absolute last of the late breakers there for Paudy, and they're still side by side. And I think Langfell has to give that one up. He's not on the tyres, doesn't have the grip, and has to settle down. But now Jan all over the back of Langfeld, and he's going to have to look for an opportunity. Oof, gets out of the throttle there very sharply. And for Yaham as well, this is crucial. He doesn't want to get hit with any wing damage, because obviously Jan has to brake and anticipate what's going on with Langfeld, who doesn't have the same amount of grip. Jan's, oh my God, he's absolutely sent it, and he's just gone straight off.
Yeah, bold move there from the Haas driver, and at the moment, this has now given Graham an opportunity.
Yaham's hit the wall. Yaham's hit the wall. That could be wing damage here for Yaham. He did clip the wall. So it's going bad to worse for everyone apart from the Williams team.
Yeah, it just seems like Williams are in their own little bubble at the moment, and they're doing everything right, and they can't do any more really at the moment. As Graham could probably get up a few more places, but Graham could be eyeing up P4 quite soon, as he is now behind Langfell, and as mentioned before, Langfell is on the worst tyre now, as he's on 13 lap.
DRS, ERS, easy done. Thank you very much. As his teammate Sway takes the lead of the race off Ahmadi.
Yeah, this is a perfect strategy here for the Williams at the moment, as Yaham has gone for the soft sector 1 yellow flags. That is Yaham. I
think Yaham might have clipped the inside wall on the pit exit and may have lost it again. It's not been a good day for Yaham. Well, it was looking like a very good day for Yaham, but then it went downhill very quickly.
Yeah, so looking at this, I'm trying to work out if Williams would get the constructors.
Yeah, of course it would.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Jan is...
They're outscoring Haas, and they're 23 points clear of Haas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think it'll be a good season, definitely for Graham and Sway to pick up that constructors, and it'd be nice to see Williams back on for a constructors win as well. We haven't seen them that often in recent years, just say, winning constructors titles. But yeah, it'd be nice to see Williams back up there on the winners table.
Well, I mean, looking at the situation right now, I think the only way you can see Haas taking the constructors victory is if we see Sway crash out of this race. I think that's the only way it's going to happen. Because Sway's got the pace to win this race. That's 30 points. That's Sway would pick up. If I'm a D and Jan want any hope of taking a constructors victory here, like, they both need to kind of get ahead of Graham, and they need Sway to crash out. That's the only way they're going to take the constructors.
Yeah. To basically one DNF and get past Graham. Well, I'm a D's past Graham. It's just Jan. So Jan's got to get past Langfeld, I should say. So, and he tried that once before, and that didn't go to plan.
Yeah, it was a very
bold,
a rushed move, I'll say, from Jan. Tried being last of the late breakers. I think made a little bit of contact. Side pod contact as he turned into the corner, and it sent his car off into the runoff.
Yeah, as Sway sets the fastest lap, so yeah, I think Sway has got the pace. Is Pauldy and I'm a D's in. What's he in for? Has he got wing damage?
Nope, I think he's going in for a set of the mediums to the end. Oh, is it? It's yellow walled. It's the hards.
Maybe that rain is coming sooner than expected.
Right, so I just looked at the chat, right, so we got Casper and they're saying the earliest the rain will come will be with like 2 laps to go, or maybe at the start of the last lap. It said will be an hour into the race. That's the information I got from Casper in the chat. So it might be a case where, like at Imola, the rain won't be strong enough for the crossover. So I'm a D pitting early, getting on a set of the hard. Sway, Powdy, Graham, they all have to make another pit stop due to the fact they've only used the medium compound so far.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be an interesting 15 laps. As it's 31, not 30. Yeah, so 15 laps. Oh, set the 2 yellow flags. That is Jan, I believe. Oh, I'm a D.
I'm a D's out. He's out. I'm a D is out. And that's a full cost safety car.
Oh, what a race.
Does Powdy come into the pits? Does Graham come into the pits? I know, I've got a cat sat next to me. She's crying. My cat right next to me, guys, is all hyped up about this race right now. Can you hear it in the background?
Well, I did a little bit as, Williams are now in front position to take the constructors, completely snatching it out of Alfa Romeo hand, and also Haas's hands as well. So,
there is one hope for Haas now.
Yeah.
Jan needs second place, or he needs to win, and he needs both Williams cars to crash out. That's the only way Haas can take the constructors.
Well, from what I've seen so far, I don't think the Williams are going to be playing it risky. I think they won't put it in cruise control because Sway will want to take the win, and Graham will want whatever points he can get, of course. But I think they'll just play it safe now. Don't take any risks. Just bring the cars home. They probably have seen Amadi has retired. So it's just going to be play it cautious and play it safe.
Well, we just had a prediction. Sway going on softs and proves he is the GOAT. If he does go on softs, fair play, but I think he'd be giving up a lot of track position by going on softs. Yaham into the pits, fresh front wing and fresh tyres. Not gonna lie, it would be good to see Sway take victory here. As I'm not gonna lie, you know, when I started league racing way back when on F1 2017, my very first teammate was the man, the myth, the legend, the man in the lead, Sway. Fun fact for you guys.
Yeah, and I believe last season Sway was F2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, he's come down. He's, you know, he may have been disappointed that he got F3, but he's got his head down and he's just, you know, focused.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I think as well, if I'm not mistaken, what's called the very first person that I commentated with as a duo might have been Graham as well. So I'm not gonna lie, I think that might actually be the case. First teammate on F1 was Sway. First commentary partner was Graham. Back in the day on F1 2017. There you go, guys.
Yeah, and just reading into the chat, Imedy had the lightest of touches with the wall, and yeah, it's DNF'd him, unfortunately.
There you go, guys. Fun facts there with Ivor, Bryn, Mike. Race win predictions. Oof. Honestly, I think Jan and Bowdy have absolutely done themselves in by going on softs. They're not going to be good at the end. Langfeld's probably in the best spot right now to take a victory. But Sway has had great pace here tonight, and wouldn't put it past him to get a bit of a lead, come in, chuck on a set of the soft tyres at the end, and absolutely blitz the final couple of laps and maybe take a victory. So, I mean, for me, it's between two guys. It's between Sway and Langfeld for this race victory.
Yeah, and looking at this, Graham could just sit there and defend for Sway. That's all he has to do. Like, he could just... Literally, Graham could just become Perez from Abu Dhabi, where he just defends, like, literally the life of, you know, whatever. Yeah, so I think that'll be kind of Graham's, you know, not second driver, because, you know, Graham and Sway are, you know, fantastic drivers, but I think for Sway, he'll be getting Graham just to sit there and hold off Yogi or Jan, because Jan will have the pace the first couple of laps, but we saw early on in the race, them softs don't last very long.
Nope, not at all, and that's why I think it is a straight fight between Sway and Langfeld here. As, Bowdy's into the pits, he must be listening to the stream. He's 100% listening to the stream. He's heard what I've had to say, and he understands that he needs to chuck on a set of the medium. So, it's good to know that, you know, even though we're in the commentary booth, we're not actually racing, it's good to know that the drivers are listening in to the strategy, but he has put on 8-lap-old mediums. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah. Well, he may not need them for many laps as...
He needs some for another 10.
Well, yeah, but if we stay under the safety car for a little while longer, you know, that's 10...
Limit. It's the limit of the of the mediums, around about 18 laps. Like, that is the limit.
Yeah. Yarham is back into the pits, or is coming out the pits, one of the two.
I'm just gonna have a quick look, right? 2 seconds. Just, you know, two seconds. Yarham opting for the 7-stop strategy. What a lad! He's got all 7 tyres. Took on set of the halves, Yarham. Go for the 8-stop strategy.
I tell you what, if he does 8 stops and still gets points, then fair play.
Well, as long as he sees the checker flag, he's guaranteed top 10 finish.
Yeah, there's only 7 left. So, but yeah, no, I'm just wondering if that safety car will come in this lap.
Yeah,
it is
it
going to
will.
come in this lap, yeah. So this is now where Graham earns his money at Williams, because he's going to have to defend early on from Yogi and Jan, because Jan will have that pace for around about 5 laps, I reckon, not even that. And then them tyres are going to go, as Amadi has unfortunately left the session, as he did retire with the most lightest of touches to the Singapore Wolves. But it is going to be lap 19, lap 20 at the end of this lap, as we will go back under racing here in Marina Bay for the Singapore Grand Prix, as it's sway on for the race lead at the moment, with Graham tucked behind him with Yogi on P3.
And here we go, they get underway as Sway's actually really waiting till the last second. It's done in his teammate. Yogi's got through, Langfeld's got through, and Jan's actually spun it. It went bad for Graham. I think he's not going to be too happy with his teammate, but Jan is going to be furious, and that has pretty much taken Jan's chances of taking a win out the window, because probably by the time he catches up, his tyre is going to be absolutely done in, as Langfeld down the outside of Graham, and he's going to make that move stick. So Langfeld right now is the man in prime position to take a victory here. Now he's on the freshest set of mediums, and he's going all the way to the end. The question is, can Sway build a gap now while he has the worn tyres? I'm not sure he will be able to, but will he have enough pace at the end after he makes his final stop to catch back up? That's the big question now.
Yeah, regarding going back to Jan, was he battling anybody when he spun? Because in the chat, he is not one happy person. He's saying it may have been a bit dangerous. I don't know if he was battling anybody, but Langfeld would have
3 second time penalty. That could be crucial. I mean, from what I'm going to say, obviously Sway is the guy that controls the pace, and Jan is around, so it's not a good day for Haas. Sway controls the pace. He left it very late to go, and they caught out Graham and allowed Yogi to get through. I'm wondering if Jan was trying to make a move as well, and obviously with him slowing back down at the end, kind of caught him out.
Yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily deemed dangerous, but yeah, I think it caught Graham and a few people off guard, as I believe there's a battle behind.
Langfeld down the inside, guess P2 off Yogi, and now it's Langfeld versus Sway.
It's Langfeld's actually done quite well this race. He was, dropping positions because of the tyre he was on, but now he has come back into this race, and yeah, he's on fresher than anybody really on the set of the mediums, as Jan is into the pits, 5 lap old mediums, and yeah, he's nearly now a minute behind, so it's definitely in the hands of Williams at the moment for now.
Yep, as we wait to see how this is going to unfold. I mean, right now, Haas need a miracle if they want to take the constructors. Jan needs a miracle if he wants to take second in the drivers. And the only miracle that can happen for the Haas team and for Jan here is if both Williams crash out and there's another safety car and Jan gets up onto the podium in either second place or first place. That's the only way Haas and Jan can take not only a constructors victory but take second in the drivers championship. That's the only way it happens.
Yeah, it's looking like they do need a miracle now, as Williams are doing everything right, and they have all season as well. Graham and Sway have Yeah, I think we could say they are probably one of the more consistent teams up there with what has been also Alfa Romeo and Haas as well. I think Haas had a really good race last week, but tonight it has fallen apart, and yeah, it's going to take probably a little while just for them to digest what has happened tonight, unfortunately, as that Constructors' Championship is looking ever so closer to Williams now, as Langfell has pulled more than...
Yaham on Graham. Yaham, can he hold it around the outside? And he does. Yaham up into P4.
Yaham's actually, having a good race, even though he's had 7 stops. Yeah, so it could be...
The scenes. Hang on, let me just put this out there. Imagine the scenes if Yaham can take victory with a 7-stop strategy.
Or even get a podium at least. Because he's right behind Yogi.
I mean, here's the thing for Yaham, right? Right now he is on the soft tyres. They are going to wear and become horrible towards the end of this race. And he's all over the back of Yogi, who's in P3. Yogi and Sway do need to make a pit stop. They've only done medium so far. So they need to make a switch to a different compound. So Yaham will effectively be a net second place.
Wow, it's looking like that Yaham has got it all to play for, really, then. If he's in that type of position, as Jan picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yep, I think Jan is absolutely checked out now. He's let the spin get to him and he's checked out, but pretty sure Jan will probably go for the fastest lap at the end of this race if Sway doesn't set a monstrous lap time after he makes a pit stop. And there goes Yaham, and Yogi's in the wall. They were side by side going into a corner that just wasn't the place to be, and Yogi into the wall, and this is going to cause a safety car because he's got to do a 4-point turn here. No, it's not.
I think it's because the safety car is on reduced this season, so it doesn't come out very often.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's in the settings.
We've seen 2 here tonight. It comes out.
No, it does come out. It does come out, but it's not on the normal standard, where it comes out like 3-4 times.
Did you watch the BNL Premier last night?
I was in League 2, so...
No, Premier.
No, I didn't know. I think I was getting back...
I've seen... I believe I've seen 5 safety cars come out over the past 2 days. I'll try and tell me that safety cars don't come out and it's on reduce. Oh no! Graham, the man in 4th place, trying to hold it down. He is going to have to make a pit stop. I just want to quickly check, see who is going to make a pit stop. And it is literally just going to be Graham and Sway.
I'm just looking at this. Even if Graham pits, because Paulie's got a pit, Yogi is 48.7 seconds. No, I was just saying, would Graham still be able to look at maybe a podium with his pit stop still to do? That's what I was looking at, because Langfell and Yaham have penalties, and Yaham has, pretty much got now dead soft tyres.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, Yaham has, I believe, 6 seconds of time penalties. Yeah, 6 seconds, which is going to hurt him in the long run. Like, the big question is, how quick is Sway and Graham going to be on these soft tyres at the end? I think they're going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Like, the
Yeah.
later they leave it, the more difficult it's going to be for them to try and close the gap down. They're going to come out in a lot of fresh air behind Powdy, but ahead of Yogi. So it all depends on not only how quick they are, but also if they can make the moves where it counts.
Yeah, of course, and I think with a track like this, making moves at the right point is so crucial because, as we've seen, Jan going for risky moves is not, a good idea, as we saw early in the race. But yeah, 6 laps left here, and I suspect that we are going to see a Williams double stack here, as Sway and Graham are going to have to make another pit stop.
Yep, we should see Sway into the pits this lap to at least give himself a chance to try and catch up. Is he going to peel off into the pits? No, he's staying out.
Very interesting. I wonder if they're going to do Graham, bring Graham in first.
Well, Graham's in now.
Yep, Graham's in. Maybe because Sway has that pace over more than what Graham has. I'm sure, obviously, on any given day, Graham could probably beat Sway in one lap. But I think with Sway leading this race, it's better to bring in Graham now. So then it would be, it'd give Sway an extra lap to increase any form of that gap.
I mean, the thing is that Sway is gaining, but he's not gaining enough. So realistically, he wants the soft tyres at the peak of their performance. As Yogi sets a new fastest lap, you see the gap between Graham and Powdy there, 25.3 seconds, and Graham was ahead of Powdy. So that's how big the gap will be. Sway's going to need to gain about 20 seconds. He's going to need to gain like 5 seconds a lap.
Yeah, as Jan gets another penalty, and it's not going well for Haas this evening, unfortunately, as I think it is going to come.
Sway's in.
So Langfeld will take the race lead, but he has got a penalty, and so has Yaham.
Yeah, Yaham now goes up in the second. Powdy will go into third, and that's Jan out of the race. Haas's hopes have now been extinguished here in the Marina Bay Street Circuit here in Singapore. Now the question is, does Sway have the pace to hunt down the Aston Martins and Langfeld for this race victory? Lap 27 of 31. Sway needs to drive like he's never driven before.
He's going to have to be a man possessed for the final few laps. 27 here of 31 laps completed by the 6 remaining drivers. As it's going to be fastest lap after fastest lap, I think, for Sway to close that 11.5 gap.
We're going to see how Sway gets on, as Jan has left the session. Heartbreaking for the Haas team here tonight. Sway and Graham have done everything that they've needed to do tonight to take victory, and the gap between Sway and Poldy is already down by 2 seconds as we go into the middle sector, and I have no doubt that Sway will be able to catch up to Poldy and maybe get in that penalty window of Yaham. The question is, can he catch up to Langfeld?
Yeah, and looking from the chat from Jan after he retired, he is not happy, and he believes the person who was leading the last safety car should be DSQ'd.
Which was Sway.
Which would, because of the safety car restart. I don't know what happened, I didn't quite catch it, but yeah, that could be quite a controversial. If Sway got a DSQ, Graham would still get Williams, the constructors, because both Hasses are out and can't score any points this race. So even if Sway was DSQ'd, I think Williams would still comfortably take a championship win for Williams, as Graham sets the fastest lap.
Yep, I think. I mean, all it will do. Quickly, just gonna have a look at the championship. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I know it was a late safety car restart from Sway, but I don't think it would be a DSQ. I don't think. Probably maybe a time penalty if it was a bit too late and caused an issue, but I don't think it'd be a DSQ. I don't think Sway had the intention to cause, a collision or an incident. It was just, the timing that he went, I think. And Sway is now 5.3 behind Paulie, who is on 16 lap mediums. It is now going to be everything that Sway has got to close that gap even more, as it's now 4.7. It is coming down. Hopefully it does come down quick enough, as it looks like Paulie is going to unfortunately lose out to a podium at the moment, as he is being hunted down by Sway. And Sway sets the fastest lap with a 37.7.
Yes, and what's called, again, a bit of chatter in the stream chat right now with Jan, and we got I believe that's the man, the myth, the legend known as Scuba in the chat, who's currently in a party with Sway, said that the game slowed him down, and that has been a known glitch in the past. Obviously, if it does get reported, I think Sway will need to provide the proof of that. So, Scuba, if you want to make sure that he does have that footage saved in case he needs it. But yeah, I mean, I mean, to me, like, you can go as late as you possibly want on a safety car, as long as you don't show like massive, like, brake testing in the final corners and everything. Like,
yeah,
it's got to be that consistent speed that you go in. And
yeah, I know it wasn't a safety car restart, but I think if you're doing what Verstappen did to Hamilton in Jeddah, then that's obviously, that's going to be a penalty. But I think the way Sway did it, I think, yeah, even if he did it late, it wouldn't, as long as it's not causing a collision or an incident of some sort, then yeah, as Sway is now under the 1 second, as he's going to go for the move down into turn one. Nope, he backs off, and I think he is going to wait. Oh, the rain has now.
Yes, the rain. So I believe Casper in the chat was absolutely spot on with a lap or two to go.
Yeah, it is now squeaky bum time here in F3. And Sway's going to go for the move. He's going for it. And he gets the move done on Paulie. But can he make up the position to Yaham? As that rain is not going to come down, but it is going to be light rain. I don't think we'll be seeing anybody switch tyres, as there's literally 1.5 lap left.
I'm just saying, guys, in the chat, I do apologise for Storm's language here. Squeaky bum time, I do not agree with that.
Wow.
Oh my god, Sway, this track is absolutely blown up. I'm sorry, this track is already in this, from the looks of it.
Yeah, it has really. This is, yeah.
DRS is disabled. Oh my god, they're going to have to do you pit for the Indes? You don't pit for the Indes.
Oh no, Paulie's hit the wall. Paulie's hit the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, Singapore in the rain on dry tyres. Oh my god, this is going to be the slowest final lap.
Yeah, Paulie's definitely out of a podium. This is going to promote Graham as well. So, yeah.
Oh my god, this is, one mistake, guys, one mistake and it's over with. Yogi's in the wall. Oh my god, the last lap.
This is like cruise control.
They're on dries. sways through on Yaham for second place. Yaham's into the pits. He's like, nah, I'm out, mate. I'll have my 8th pit stop of the evening. Thank you very much.
He's done all the dry tyres and he's done a and now an Inter, and that's both Aston Martins in.
Yeah, Graham's in as well.
Yeah, I think with Graham not risking anything, they know Williams can pick up some great points here.
One mistake from Langfell, and he loses the race win. One mistake in these conditions.
Yeah, he's got to be on cruise control. But what is the situation with Sway at the moment? Is he going full throttle?
No,
or
he
is
can't,
he? Well,
isn't it? Look at the gap
Yeah.
that Yaham is flying towards him. Yaham is going to catch up to Sway by the end of this lap, I guarantee it.
Yeah, this does remind me of Russia last year when Lando Norris opted not to pit for the intermediates. I know that was a few more laps extra they had there, but yeah, this could be quite close. Langfell has.
I'm looking at this throttle input from Langfell right now. So gingerly on the throttle. Look at it. He's using like 20% throttle coming through the corner. He's not going full throttle. He's taking it calm. He's taking it cool. He knows one mistake, it's over. And this final sector is definitely probably like is the sector where you may find a mistake, because a lot of 90-degree corners here. Get a little bit eager on the throttle, touch a curb, and you could be around. But I think Langfell's going to do just enough here as he comes around the final corners for the final time. Langfell will take the final victory of the season, as we got a Sway now coming through the final corners as well. It was a valiant effort to try and close back up on the sauce, but the track absolutely blew up, and he does take a well-earned second place. Yaham, with an 8-stop pit strategy, comes home on the podium and takes out Sway's car to boot.
Yeah, it was an Alpine on pole position, but it didn't go right there for lap 1 off for Dylan. But it is an Alpine who takes the race win here provisionally, and yeah, what a race we had to have as a season finale. And yeah, I think I know who my driver of the day is. I think we may have an agreement on that for the.
It's got to be Langfell. Oh, go on, disagree with me, go on.
Well, I was going to say Yarham because of the 8 pit stops and still getting on a podium, but yeah, fair.
There were so many safety cars to bring him back in.
Well, yeah, true, but Langfell had one safety car where he was on the hards and he went for the mediums, but yeah, I think either, Langfell or Yarham, either one, I'm happy with, but yeah, I think fair play to Langfell, coming in quite late to the season as well, and getting a full-time seat, and picking up his first win of the season. Hopefully, we do see him back next season, and hopefully, maybe we could see the same situation with Carlsbury.
Yeah, maybe everyone seems to be taking out each other's cars. Like, this is just it's not on. Langfell gets driver of the day by the game, so the game agrees with me. You may not, but the game agrees with me. That is justice right there, guys. Justice. As he takes the top step of the podium. Langfell, who started, I believe, last and went on to win the race. Done the one stop, the hards to the mediums. He had his hard stint ruined by the first safety car. And when the second safety car came out, it was a little bit earlier than what he needed for his optimum pit stop strategy for the mediums, but he was able to take the mediums to the end and keep it cool when the rain came on the final 2 laps. And yeah, as you mentioned with Yaham, massive shout out. Apparently he made 7 stops, he didn't, he made 8.
Yeah, and also just to confirm, Paul D has taken P5 in the championship after his race here this evening, pending obviously stewards' inquiries. And I've got a black screen with a timer at the moment. I have no race director, so I can't tell you the results.
Well, I believe Graham has taken fourth place in the championship, as well as obviously Legend unfortunately crashed out earlier this race. Imadi also follows suit. No Wesker here tonight to really challenge in that battle as well. So it is a constructors' victory for the Williams. Someone's alarm's going off. Wake 'em up.
That's me. That would be me. But yeah, what a season it's been here in TTML F3. We've had battles, we've had incidents, we've had it all. We've even had a bit of wet weather as well. And it's been a pleasure to work with Ivory Mike again on Formula 3. We've had 10 fantastic races over 10 weeks. And it's all going to start off again in the early weeks of February when we go racing again next season as well. But don't forget, tomorrow we'll have F4 and F5 back at 8 p.m, where F5 has a three-way championship fight between three NSR drivers, and Pariah is in the commentary box for that, as he normally is with Buck as well. So that could be quite an intense race for Pariah to watch. And then you've got F4 as well with Rail, Funky Chicken and TTG Conti, taking you through the action here on League Racing TV. And then the final race of this season for TTML is on Sunday, where the F1 tier takes to the streets of Marina Bay as well. So it's been a pleasure to work with you again, I've been Mike, and hopefully next season F3 brings you some good action.
Yes, we do hope so, and obviously we do have season 7 sign-ups that are open right now, so if you are planning on signing up for next season, make sure you do. I believe they close
28th.
They close tomorrow. So make sure
Yep.
you guys, if you are going to sign up, make sure you sign up ASAP, as the time they do close tomorrow, and then we'll have a bit of a break before season 7 gets underway. But obviously season 6 not over and done with yet. We have Formula 4 and Formula 5 tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time, so make sure you guys tune in to watch Storm spin and crash out, to watch me spin and crash out, and you know it's a good time when we both crash out. Also, we got Formula 1 on Sunday as well, and I've been told that it's 7 o'clock. I've been correctly informed now it's 7 o'clock. I thought it was 8, but apparently it's 7 o'clock. But yep, Sunday 7 o'clock we'll have Formula 1 for the season finale at Singapore. But until then, guys, until next season, I have been Ivory Mike. He has been Storm Kings, and we'll see you next season for the start of season 7. Good night.